it's supposed to get a reaction of you. It's supposed to make you uncomfortable because, guess what? Outside of our cozy walls that we call home, there's a whole world of uncomfortableness out there, and we don't always have an opportunity to hide from it.
Totally.
Especially the people that are in those situations. And I think that when you kind of rip people's blinds open and you're forced them to look at these really uncomfortable situations that they're not accustomed to, they think, of course, it's the other people, it's the other things, it's disgusting. But you really wonder what they think about when they have a chance to reflect on that. These unsettling images, these unsettling thoughts that you've been able to feed to them, and now they're left with these things that they're just not used to having to process.
Totally. I said this yesterday on Twitter because right now we're in the process of promoting another novella that I have coming out at the end of October called They Were Here Before Us, and it's going to be released through Bad Hand Books. And a lot of early readers have been very, I don't want to say concerned, but they've expressed some, I guess, concerns would be the only way I can describe it, saying to the editor that I've been working with, Doug Morano, who is a Bram Stoker award-winning editor. He's amazing. But they said, they've said to him, like, this book is going to upset a lot of people. Like a lot of people are going to be very, very upset by this book. And he stands by it. He stands by me. And but I said to him over Twitter, I said, the worst kind of reaction to any piece of art is indifference or apathy. 100%. If you consume any kind of media, any book, film, whatever, and your thought at the end of it was, well, it was all right, I guess it was fine, you don't really have an opinion of it, that to me, like, that's a failure. It would be a failure for me as an artist if I left you feeling, just indifferent to whatever you just read. I had failed in my capacity to tell a story that, shook you and that made you think, and that maybe disgusted you, maybe, just made you feel something. Like, that's what I try to do with any of my work. So I would rather be hated than, just be somebody that people are, like, indifferent about. You know what I mean? And I kind of have come to the terms with the fact that I think my work for the rest of my life is going to be very polarizing with people. And that's totally fine, because all of the great writers and great filmmakers that I absolutely love, they've been completely polarizing people themselves. I'm thinking of people like Peter Greenaway and Lars von Trier and, writers like you said, like Jack Ketchum. I mean, he was beloved in horror, but there are people that still struggle with his works and, the things that he wrote about. And, I think really dynamic and interesting art is polarizing. And I mean, that's kind of where I see myself existing as an artist.